Previously on Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma. Back in the early 1900s, this was the New Bethany Baptist Church.
And as I was standing here with my light, this huge gust of wind came up from the basement, and something hit me.
We've gotten some interesting illuminated balls of light.
I actually captured a picture of this crawler.
So he's got two markers. We got in the car and drove all the way down because they were that loud. We thought somebody was truly walking our way.
It was a lot of fun to write. It was a lot of work, because it was a new state. We had just moved here, but it was a great way to learn my new state. All kinds of fun ghost stories in it. And we have our maps, of course. Gotta have the maps for Grandpa. Love you, Grandpa, wherever you are. Lots of pictures, lots of maps. You can, go through your own ghost tour with this, drive around the state. And I want his hat. He's jealous of mine. I didn't wear my hat. I'm looking forward to getting to doing more writing and starting the book tour. Found out today from Copperhead, Trans-Alleghenies ago, so that'll be awesome.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma. I'm your host, Mike Ricksecker. Today we're going to crack into the pages of the book, Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma. Guthrie, Oklahoma is a hotbed of paranormal activity. One could make a case that nearly every building in the historic district has some sort of haunt. The Black Jail, the first territorial prison haunted by the ghost of James Phillips, who presumably died of fright as he saw his execution gallows being built. The Bluebell Saloon in Miss Lizzie's Bordello, where the apparition of a man is seen about the saloon, and the cries of a murdered girl echo down from the bordello. The Stone Lion Inn, one of the most haunted houses in all of Oklahoma. An embalming table rests in the entrance hall. A little girl is both seen and heard about the home. Doors open and close on their own, and unexplained phenomena have been captured on film. One of the questions I'm asked most often is, what is my favorite Oklahoma haunt? That is the Stone Lion Inn in Guthrie. It is the epitome of a haunted house. It has that creepy ambiance, loads of paranormal activity, and just a fantastic place to investigate. Now, on to Oklahoma City. The Skirvin Hotel, the legend of the chambermaid known as Effie. Did she really exist? Whether or not she did, something at the Skirvin was enough to scare professional basketball players in 2010. Belle Isle. It was once an amusement park. It once had popular fishing waters. It once held a large power plant. It also was the site of numerous deaths. Now it's a shopping center loaded with paranormal activity. The Overholser Mansion. Nestled in Heritage Hills, the mansion has been in the home of the prominent Overholser family both in life and in the afterlife. The apparition of Anna has been seen both floating throughout the house and through the third-floor window. The 101 Ranch of the famed Miller Brothers, once a vast 110,000-acre ranch. Now its ruins can be visited in a small park, and its former residents may be visited at the remnants of the Great White House. This is also our next feature of Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma.
Actually, I came over with the EMF detector to come over to the doorway and immediately started getting some hits.
The Belvedere Mansion, a castle-like Victorian structure which houses family ghosts, including the home's original owner and his daughter who committed suicide. Fort Washita, featured in Episode 2, is best known for the ghost of Aunt Jane, but also has spirits at the old Confederate cemetery and something dark and menacing at the Bohannon cabin.
I felt a cold spot, some chills going up my back. The hairs on my back of my neck were standing up. I started getting goosebumps.
The preserved Skirvin Hotel, where furniture moves on its own and voices are heard throughout the building. Black Bear Church, featured in Episode 4, is a desecrated church in Olive Township where shadow figures and a crawler run rampant, perhaps summoned from occult practices. There have been some animal bones found, look like animal sacrifices being done here.
I actually captured a picture of this crawler at the corner of the church upstairs.
Phantom footsteps are heard on the dirt road, and across the road at the cemetery, voices are often picked up on recording equipment. There's a second marker for John right here from the Navy. So he's got 2 markers. John Wilkes Booth may have died in Oklahoma if you believe a legend that he escaped authorities and made his way west. His spirit may haunt the building in Enid. Fort Sill's Old Post Quadrangle is known for its paranormal activity, including the image of someone hanging from a tree. There's also the question as to whether all of Chief Geronimo's bones are contained within his grave. Welcome to Haunted Hoaxer Hokey. For this segment, we're going to cover spirit photography. Now, a common question that we receive from potential clients goes a little something like this. My brother thinks his house is haunted, and he sent me this photograph from his phone. What do you think? Now, first of all, is it possible to capture the image of a spirit from your phone's camera? Sure, it's possible. It's very challenging, as is any spirit photography, but you can do it. Now, you have to keep in mind, though, that there are many apps out there for your phone or even your iPod Touch that you can overlay an image with a little spectral picture that you can play with the opacity, and it makes it look like there's an actual ghost in the picture. We've seen a lot of those, and I'm rolling some along here. Oh, we didn't need to go there again. Jeez, it keeps popping up. Now, we're pretty careful to pick apart any pictures that we receive, and we actually have those apps loaded on our phones as well to verify that. So I'm going to chalk this up to hoax. Maybe. Because you still can capture the image of a spirit or a ghost on a camera phone. A phone's camera. You'll have to check the bloopers. I said that about 10 times. In any case, this has been Haunted Hoaxer Hokey. Until next time. There's been a natural human attraction to cemeteries for centuries, and the ones in Oklahoma have an interesting and colorful history. Some were once segregated, some belonged to a town that no longer exists. Some started off as a family plot that was extended to include the local community. Some belonged to churches. And then there are Indian burial grounds, the locations of which many are unknown. Oklahoma is littered with a multitude of ghost towns and abandoned frontier locales. The state's formative years saw many small towns sprout up, only to dwindle away for a variety of reasons, including railroad placement, oil boom towns running dry, and the Great Depression. Some of these towns still have structures standing, while others are only remembered by the local cemetery that remains as a specter of the past. Society of the Haunted specializes in exploring the realm of the paranormal, with a special emphasis on ghosts, hauntings, poltergeists, and life after death.
Somebody's saying, did you hear that?
I heard it was like a growl or something.
No, there was something moving on the ground.
Right now.
There was something moving?
It was right as I passed by.
Can you make a loud noise? Let us know you're in here.
There's another tap. Next time on Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma.
Actually, I came over with the EMF detector to come over to the doorway and immediately started getting some hits right around here. Kind of,
I heard a moan.
I heard a couple of moans.
I don't know if you can hear it on there, but across the tree line down by the river, we're hearing the beating of drums. We're thinking maybe the lightning storm tonight has really charged things, but we're hearing like do 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 do. People ask, is Oklahoma really a haunted state? Yes. Yes, it is. Its history just happens to be different than many other states and condensed into a short period of time. During that time, ghosts and spirits of all sorts have manifested themselves across the land. Continue the journey with me next time.